Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 511. The title of today's lesson is the difference between pick up and take up. Now, we're only doing the difference between one particular meaning of pick up and one particular meaning of take up. They both have a lot of meanings. I've done a video before on pick up where I covered 12 meanings and 12 uses. I guess I didn't actually do take up yet, but I've done take with a lot of other prepositions. I think take on, take off, take in. So a lot of them often have many meanings, and I think take up has a lot of meanings too, but we're only comparing the similar meaning of pick up with take up. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Let's get right to it. If someone picks up a skill, ability, knowledge, he or she does it in a more casual way. All right, that's one of the key parts here, casual way. Usually without putting in great effort and usually without taking lessons. Because by taking lessons, that would automatically suggest that you're putting in more effort or a considerable amount of effort. All right, let's continue. If someone takes up a hobby, practice, etc., one starts to put in effort, especially continuous effort. You're doing it over and over again to learn a skill, talent, etc., often by taking lessons, going out of one's way to learn more, maybe study some things on the internet or get some books or something, or improve one's skill or talent. Okay, so let's just give 6 examples to show, kind of how we would distinguish these. Here's the first one. When I lived in Italy for 6 months, I was able to pick up some basic Italian. I could ask some basic questions and then he knew some vocabulary. So probably not really fluent. Just lived there, did it in a very casual way. Maybe as he was there, he asked, well, how do you say this in Italian? How do you say that? And just picked up some as he went along. Could probably answer some questions, maybe learn how to count the numbers and the basic questions, like how are you and thank you and things like that. So this way you pick up some just while you're there. You're not putting in a great effort, but you're still learning. You're still learning some just by being in that environment. All right, let's continue. Number 2, I used to volunteer to help disabled people, and a few times I worked with deaf people, and I picked up some sign language. Sign language, well, you could learn that easily. Just learn some signs, I love you, or yes, no, something like that. Then we could say that you picked up some sign language. Probably didn't study it. Probably really couldn't have a full conversation with a person who's deaf with sign language, but that's basically what we mean. All right, let's continue here. I used to help my mother prepare some meals, and I ended up picking up some cooking skills. In this sense, that could happen. You end up picking up cooking skills just by helping her. But you weren't really studying. You were just helping your mother in the usual way, and you ended up picking up some skills that way. All right, number 4 here. I took up Spanish and studied it in classes for over 8 years. I am now fluent in it. So that's more like take up. You're really trying to put in the effort. You're trying hard to learn more. Number 5, I took up jogging and I ran for an hour each time, or maybe he runs for an hour each time, 3 times a week for the last 10 years. So he ran, for an hour, 3 times a week for the last 10 years. So this is really putting in a lot of effort. So he's taking, this is his regular hobby. Okay. All right, good. Number 6, I took up pottery. And I have my own workshop in the basement. I have spent thousands of dollars on equipment and books. So this is somebody that's putting in a lot of effort. They're putting in money. They're putting in time. This is more like take up as opposed to pick up. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. Hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.